Thankfully, we're both in the picture. I didn't do a good job. That's not us.
That's not us.
All right.
Okay, guys, I pulled up an old one. We are here. I don't know if you can see us, but we can't see us.
There.
Yes, there we are.
Okay. That's
All
for
right.
you. Okay, we're done. Thank you for coming. We'll see you next week.
It's been nice knowing you.
So,
Good morning, people.
I have been working. I have been busy. I am tired, and I know that I look tired, so I don't need to be told that. Sometimes people think that they need to tell me, and I'm like, I'm well aware.
You look beautiful, Jessica, just as always.
I look like I haven't slept in 2 years. You look like alfalfa. There. So.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now that we got our hair and makeup done.
Now, are we good? Good. Okay. So, we're here for you because for 3 years you have requested this. Just remember that.
Lord knows why.
And if you haven't requested it and you're like, oh, this is annoying, you don't have to watch. I won't be offended. I'll be more offended if you tell me I'm annoying. But even then, I've heard worse. So, we're back. We're happy to answer your questions and whatever else you want us to do. Song and dance, whatever.
Oh, God, no.
No.
Oh, God.
Definitely not. Eric is here cutting March Court Club, so that we know what it looks like. But
Yeah,
I think it's very springy to me.
I think it's,
So
it's very
I think
pretty.
I think you're gonna be very happy. Barb gives it 2 thumbs up.
Yep.
We're good. Eric likes it. Eric actually helped me pick it out.
Really?
Well, I was looking and I was like, this is what I have so far. Should I get rid of something? And he was like, no, I like those. And that was the end of it.
Wow.
So we stuck with it. So I'm excited. What else do I want to tell you? Because I have nothing else to say.
Idea.
I haven't been here. I haven't been here.
Who are you?
Yes.
I haven't seen her in feels like
17
months.
years. So sometime in late 2021 I think was the last time I saw you. So I have been editing a pattern. It's not that it's not a new pattern. But it's not a brand new pattern. It's the pattern we discussed like a month or so ago when I told you I wanted to do the add-ons for the Taurus tote bag. So that pattern is coming to you soon. And I also have a video coming, well, 2 videos coming to you soon. Being away and then also helping Eric with some things for the past 2 weeks, I am more behind than I normally am. So I'm trying to get caught up. I was trying to do templates for this past 2 days. I've been cutting templates nonstop so Sean can get his hands on them and the rest of the template orders will get finished. And then I had a virtual retreat last weekend and you know, we don't really do anything during the virtual retreat that's like business. We just talk and sew. So if you want, and I have to ask you all to solemnly swear that if I show you what I've been working on for the add-on, that you will not email me and ask me when you can have it. Because every email that I get that says, when's that coming out? I'm adding another week onto it. And for every 4 emails, that's a month. I'm going to add another month onto that. So you won't get it until sometime in like 2027 if you keep asking me.
Yeah,
So
really.
you have to promise that you're
Don't say a
enjoying
word.
the sneak peek. Don't put more pressure on me, please. I have a lot of pressure on me as it is. So if you promise, I will show you. I need at least somebody to stand up and say, I promise for the group. I will make
promise
sure. You
for
promise?
this group that no one will ask you. Do you like
Which
your hair
email
color?
should I use? Pat Hale, you're out.
Look what
You're
she says
out.
before that.
Your hair colors are looking more and more alike. They are, actually. I don't know how that happened.
I don't either.
It wasn't intentional, but yes. So, thank you, Trisha. When it's ready, and not before. You
Look at
are
all the
correct.
promises you've got.
All right. I'm holding you all to
Exactly.
it. So just remember that. So I gave you a little sneak peek of the Taurus tote bag, the revised, well, not revised, the new sample. I showed you this, I think the last time we were here together.
I think
because
so,
we were
yeah.
talking about wrinkles and interfacing. So this is the one that I made in the Taurus tote bag video, which is being edited. There's a giant fuzzy. Spring is coming. because there's
That's
fuzzies,
right, the
and
snow.
there was a bug in here the other day, like like
There
a
was
spring
a fly.
bug.
I killed a fly the other day.
Spring is
Yeah.
coming. The sun is coming out. It's happy time. So this is the one that I make in the video, I think. Maybe it's this one. It is this one. So I love this one. I had this in Daytona because it's an existing pattern,
Yeah.
So I had this out. I got it, and I had the other one out, and they have the same bottom and handles. They just have a different fabric on the front.
Okay.
And somebody just kept doing one of these. And I said, "Did you have a question?" And she goes, "I'm trying to figure out the difference. What's the difference between these two bags?" I said, "The top fabric." "I told you so." I don't know who she was with, but she was like, "I told you. I knew it was the same bag. She said it was a different bag." I was like, "It's the same bag." So this is tourist tote bag as per the pattern with your 1-inch handles, all cotton, interfaced, good to go. So this is in video number 1. Video number 2, we will talk about upgrading a little bit or a lot. So I did same bag, I did cork on the bottom, I did waterproof canvas inside, which isn't a huge change, but it means you don't have to interface.
Yeah.
And then I made my handles a 1/4 inch wider. So these are 1.25 inch handles. Just make them a
Oh.
little bit beefier. Do you see minor difference?
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
like just a little chunkier.
Yeah.
So this is minor upgrade number 1. Easy. Then we get into the whole shebang.
Uh-oh,
So
here we
let
go.
me show you this one first. So this, it got squished in the cover. This is February Cork Club. This is the mosaic diamonds and the navy and gold. So that's February Cork Club. So again, I did the wider handles. I added a couple rivets. The front and back are identical on this one. I did slip pockets in between the handles on both sides. Nice straight edge here. Just remember that. All right. And then I added a shoulder strap.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and hold on. Can you see the difference? I did shorter handles.
Oh, yeah, shorter.
Because if you're gonna do a shoulder strap, you don't need, you
Exactly.
can, you totally can, but you don't need the long handles.
That
So-
way you have the option of carrying it. And it doesn't hit the
Exactly,
floor.
exactly. Which I think I have
Unless
pretty
you're
long.
short like
Well, I
me.
have pretty long arms, but I feel like this would work for me. I haven't tried it yet, so it's a pretty good.
Might hit the floor.
Barb's still dragging it. She needs wheels. So we have an adjustable handle and the D-rings. Okay, so those are our upgrades outside, all cork. And the pattern is going to give you layouts for all cork. So if you want to do the whole outside, it'll show you how to cut it to get the best use out of your cork. Inside on this one, I did not do any zippers, like no zipper closure,
Nope.
but I put cork at the top.
Yeah.
Am I holding it? I'm holding it too low. Sorry. It was down too low. So
There
I
you go.
added top strips of cork. I added divided pockets.
Yeah.
And then,
Fancy.
and this is going to be changed because I did a couple things different in the final one, but
Oh, a zipper pocket.
it's a little hanging zipper pocket. So
Is
isn't
it
that
detachable?
cute? It is not detachable. Somebody else had asked about that. Is it possible? Yes, with snaps. Will I include that in the video? I could, if
Or
that's
Velcro.
something,
You could
or
use
Velcro.
Velcro.
Oh, the sound of
I know.
Velcro makes me cringe. It hurts my feelings. I can't. But yes, you can use Velcro as long as you don't unvelcro it in front of me, because that sound is like, it's like nails on a chalkboard. I'm just imagining it. It's making me want.
But
So, if you want to vote, you can put in a vote. If you want this to be detachable,
Yeah.
I know that this will also fit between the handles, so you could have a little
Oh, okay.
outside one. And I might do that in the video, or I might just make another sample. I'm sewing this weekend. I already have plans. Yeah, I know I haven't moved a lot today. I'm alive. My watch is concerned for my well-being.
Yeah.
So this one's like some more
Yeah.
upgrades. Okay. Then hold on.
oh dear,
January Cork Club.
very pretty.
Okay.
Lots of rivets.
Lots of rivets. We did the short handles again. Lots of rivets. I'm
Ooh,
trying.
a scoop
I'm
pocket.
trying to put my face here because we don't have a microphone, and if I put the bag in front of me, you won't hear me. I'm not just trying to be cute about this. Scoop pockets.
Yeah, nice.
And then on this side, I added piping.
Oh yeah.
Piping for beginners. So if you've never done piping and you're like, this seems overwhelming, matching it up, all that kind of stuff, you can do it just on one side. You don't have to do it on both sides, right? So you can just try something different. I did 2 scoops. It's not hard. It's just, if you don't use the right foot, you're going to regret it because it will never get tight enough. I want my piping as tight as I can get it so that you don't see any of the flange.
Yep.
That's probably the one downfall. If you don't care, you have wiggle room. But just remember, seam allowances for me are 1/4 of an inch. Piping flange is usually 3/8 of an inch, so you have to adjust. You just have to add a little extra on and trim it off later. I would rather make it too big and then cut it down. That's why points and quilting don't go well with me. Because I'm like, make it bigger and cut it down, and then there's no points. So and then another handle. This one
Has a zipper.
has a recessed zipper.
Woohoo.
And it's a cork and waterproof canvas recessed zipper. So instead of doing another cotton one, which you know the technique that I use, it's in a bunch of my videos, this one will be cork and waterproof canvas. So this is a raw edge recessed zipper. So you see, not finished, not finished on this edge. Because we're trying new techniques. I still want this to be beginner friendly, but I also want it for the bag maker that's like, I've done this before, I want new things. I give you a different zippered pocket and a different recessed zipper. We put cork on the top as well, so that your whole top edge is cork. And then inside this one, I chose to do no pockets because I'm lazy, and there's nothing else to it. And then there's a little key fob, or key holder, not a key fob. Or a whatever holder. Maybe you can attach it to your wallet. You can just put a little swivel hook.
Yeah.
So there's option number 2, January Cork Club. Lots of rivets. The rivets are functional, but they're also just pretty, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a good way to practice because I put 20 rivets in this bag. There's 10 on each side. Yep. So good practice. And good practice for using your rivet guide, because then you can, and I did use it so that I could make sure everything was spaced out nicely. Now, the third one, I made this so long ago that I don't remember. I think it just has everything, a little bit of everything. This one has long handles, which after I made it was like, you could probably make those shorter.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're writing patterns. It has the adjustable handle. It has a curved pocket here and a straight pocket here.
Oh, aren't you fancy?
One of each. And then, and when I do that, is this just me? This feels like the front now, the curve. And it's not just the handmade tag, but the curve feels like it should be the front. Why?
I don't know.
I don't know. Does
more
anyone,
decorative?
Can anyone explain that? Why does my brain do that?
Let's see.
No, they're like, we don't know, we do it too. Lots of rivets. Another recessed zipper. And then I think I did all the pockets on this one. I did. So, I never ironed off my markings. And they were off center. So there's my marks and there's my stitching. So I did divided pockets on this side. I did the hanging zipper on this side. I did not do the key fob because I think I added that later. I think that was a decision I made after.
Isn't it?
It's a hanging pocket.
Not a hanging zipper.
Hanging zipper pocket. Whatever. Listen.
I just had to.
I don't care. I was looking on Facebook Marketplace today. I was doing some shopping, and somebody on Facebook Marketplace was selling a gabinette with a G. It was a cabinet. Okay? So I will say hanging zipper.
Exactly.
Because somebody wants a gabinette. That's all I'm telling you.
It's awesome.
So.
It really is amazing what you read sometimes.
That's literally all I have to share with you. So.
They are beautiful. They
In
really
13 minutes, that was the quickest we have ever done. That's what I had to share because that's what I have been working on before and since I got home from Florida. And in Florida, I worked on nothing except walking around in beautiful, Florida, listening to a rooster.
Rub it in.
Well, it wasn't that warm, so don't get too excited, but it wasn't here. And
That's
it wasn't
true.
snowing.
That's true.
So there was an angry rooster next to us, though.
Raining. At least it's not raining today.
It's not, and the sun is out. So
Shocking.
that's a plus.
It's supposed to pour all weekend though. It is.
Thank you.
Gabinete, Spanish for cabinet.
Thank
see?
you. I'm glad to know that. I do have some Spanish vocabulary. That is not a word I've ever used. Thank you for telling me that, because I was wondering, but then I was like, maybe not. Maybe
it's
people
for
are
real.
just struggling with spelling. I don't know. I wasn't making fun. I was just, it's the way that the world is. I was just laughing for whatever reason. But I appreciate you telling me that, because now I know, because I looked at it and I thought, is it? But then the rest of the listing was written in English. So that's, I think, why I was totally confused, because it didn't say in parentheses like cabinet. It wasn't, the title was only written one way. And then the listing, and I was like, I'm so confused right now. So anyway, thank you for clarifying. I truly appreciate that. And now I will never forget.
No, me neither.
Because I like learning fun Spanish words. So my favorite is crocodile. It's cocodrillo. It means crocodile because it's just a funny word.
I bet you they don't think it's funny.
No, it's just a regular word to them, but I think it's funny. Apparently, there's also a trend going around right now. Ask a British person to say the word squirrel, because they pronounce it the way it's spelled, which is what it should be, squirrel, but they say it with their British accent, and it's really funny.
You can't imitate that?
No, and I won't. I will not attempt, no, because somebody will get real mad at me. Also, it's not good. I did not know that this was a thing, and apparently it's been going around now, like on videos. They're like, find somebody who's British and ask them to pronounce this word, and it's squirrel. And then this guy is really funny. He's like, oh, it's funny? You want to hear me pronounce it with his like British accent? He's like, fine. And then he says squirrel, like squirrelette.
Yeah.
It's funny. I don't know. It's another tangent I've just gone down. But I don't know. So, gabinete. Okay, we're done. I'm extremely tired. So do you have any questions?
I haven't seen a question yet.
There is nothing. They've all
We
left.
stumped them.
They've all left. They're like, we're done. We're done. She's giving grammar lessons on languages she doesn't speak. We're done.
There
It's
you
over.
go.
Let's move on. So
Anything else new coming up?
why don't you tell them, in case anyone here is local, about your retreats, because you just told everybody on Facebook you had openings. Tell everybody on YouTube.
I have openings in my retreats. One is April.
Sell it.
There
Get
is-
your calendar
Yeah,
out.
let me get my calendar. I do have, I think, one opening next week, March 15th through 17th.
Next week.
Yeah, it's next week. It's short notice, but hey, things happen. And then the next one is in April, which is 3rd, 4th, and 5th of April. So we also I have some openings there too. If anybody's interested, it's at the Fort William Henry in Lake George, New York. Come on over. We'd love to have you.
So I saw that Mary answered this question for Holly, but I'm going to answer it too. Holly said, where is info on the Cork Club? If you go to my website, go to the Cork page, scroll down just a little bit past the color charts, and the top two listings, I think one is pink and one is green. There's pictures of cork. There's regular Cork Club, which is 9 by 27, and there's XL, which is 18 by 27. We do the subscription in 3, 6, and 12-month increments, and all of the pricing is on there. You can choose your size, and you can choose how long you want your subscription. We don't have the availability to do a month-to-month where you just pay every month. Excuse me. My website is not set up for that, and actually it would make it very hard for us because we have to pre-plan how much cork to order. Not that I wouldn't love to just order insane amounts of cork, but we stock a lot of we
amounts.
do, but like for just 3 in particular,
How many
you
did
know,
we count the last time?
178.
178.
79, 80, 81, including February Cork Club, yes. And then
March.
March will be there too, so yeah, 3 more.
184 different corks, and I remembered 90% of them.
You do. I
Without
don't.
problem.
I don't, and I'm the one that
Which
names
is
them.
shocking me.
Yes. So, and naming them is hard because we
Oh my
run out of
gosh,
names.
yeah.
Because I get a new one and I'm like, that looks like this, and I'm like, I already used that name. I'm like, man. So
What
yes,
did you name that one? Delicious? Is that what
Red
it was?
Delicious.
Red Delicious.
Because it
looks like
it
a
looks
red
like a
delicious
red
apple.
delicious apple. I don't know. I do the best that I can.
She's creative.
And I try to keep everything in stock, but things sell out because you guys all want the same thing at the same time. So we have more cork coming.
we always have more cork coming.
We're just out of a lot at the moment, but that doesn't mean we're out. We have so much cork, so much. Yeah, so
We're running out of shelf space.
that we are. Yes, that we will run out of before we will run out of cork completely.
And do
Oh.
we have any new hardware coming? at all?
Not yet.
No?
No.
Nothing? Okay.
But no, I'm getting very impatient about that. That's a whole other problem I have. I wanted it to be part of this video.
Oh, okay.
So, I was supposed to send out a newsletter this week. It is still technically this week until
is.
tomorrow.
It
Until
is.
tomorrow.
Yep.
As soon as possible, I will be sending out a newsletter because I'm waiting to hear about a show in April, and I don't want to talk about it until I know if I'm in. They're at another show. I don't know why people don't have people that like
Answer questions for you.
stay in the office and
Yeah.
take people's money when they want to have a booth, but
There
whatever.
you go.
What do I know? If we're both out of the office, no one can help you either.
No,
So I understand.
that's
But there's
true.
only two of us. We're not like a big company with like 20,
No,
30
no.
employees. Whatever. So
Which
anyway,
next Friday I won't be here.
that's fine. I'll be here.
Remember.
It's totally fine. I have it in my calendar.
Okay.
So I have another show, hopefully. If I hear from them in the next like few days, that will be in the newsletter. If not, it'll be in another newsletter. Because I'm just waiting. But next month, we are having a spring open house. I talked about this last week, but just in case you weren't here and you're waiting for the newsletter, which I didn't send out yet, it's coming. I have been helping Eric move tools. I have also been just doing a lot of other things aside from work and then cutting templates and doing things. So my
you're
mind
busy.
my mind is going in 50,000 directions at the same time. But it's okay. It's totally fine. I'd rather have a lot going on than nothing because I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
Exactly.
So
I agree.
the last weekend of April, I think it's the 27th and 28th. I don't remember now,
will
but Barb's going to confirm.
I will confirm.
The last weekend of April.
27th and 28th.
Perfect. We're doing Saturday, Sunday. We normally do Friday, Saturday, but Friday, Saturday is very stressful because we do YouTube first. So I decided to try Saturday, Sunday instead and see if I like that better. And then we'll see how I feel when October comes and we do our annual fall open house. But we're going to do our normal, we have some snacks, come shop, come look at stuff in person, come talk to us, hang out, all that good stuff. Eric and I have talked about it for a while. We've gone back and forth, like, why don't you do a spring open house? And I'm like, I don't know, because I just feel like I never end up having time. And then I thought, well, I do have time. I have nothing on the calendar for April, so I might as well. Now, not nothing. I have a virtual.
30 things on the calendar.
I just had a virtual retreat, so my calendar looked real bare. It was just three days. So then I decided to go somewhere the weekend before the virtual retreat. The weekend after, I possibly am going to a show. The last weekend we have the open house. So it's all or nothing.
Exactly.
Literally, it went from nothing to everything all at once. But I don't have to leave here for an open house. That's easy. I just have to clean up, make sure the shelves have cork on it. That's all that I have to do. So we usually have some sale items. We usually have, some little, goodies. We did a giveaway last time. Like we just it's just really just a hangout and an open shopping time and come say hi and, shop and look around our pretty building. And, you get to see everything. People love to come in here and go, oh, that's where you do YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's really funny because it's like fascinating.
Yeah,
it's like,
it is.
ooh, someone will always say, I feel like I'm like not supposed to be in here. It's like I'm behind the scenes.
Exactly.
It's just us.
It's
We're
only
not
us.
we're not famous, fancy people. We're just
No.
us doing our YouTube thing. So so that is the last weekend of April. The newsletter will be coming. The tourist tote bag video and the tourist tote bag add-on pattern are also in the works. Many things are happening behind the scenes. Some of them are secrets and I can't tell you. I have a trip planned in March. I can't tell you about it. I'll tell you when I'm there, but I can't tell you now. I have a trip planned in April. Same thing. Because I've just decided that I like to keep secrets this year.
Yes, you do.
Only because I want to surprise and shock and awe certain people that don't know that I'm going to be certain places. That's all. So, and we joked around during the virtual retreat that I have all of their addresses. I could show up in any of their houses at any time. They all welcomed me with open arms and said they have spare bedrooms. So that might be my new thing. I might just show up randomly at your house. We don't know. So
Can we go on a road trip and do that?
that would be super fun. So either everybody left or nobody has any questions because
Nobody's
the
got any
last
questions.
the last comment is just letting me know about the Spanish word that I did not know was an actual
Yeah,
Spanish word.
nobody's got any
I should have looked it up. They all left. They're gone.
How come I'm so stupid when it comes to...
Just grab the bar.
I tried.
You need me to do that?
Shut up. I'm hopeless with a, what do you call it, a pad on the laptop
I
instead of
have a
using
mouse, but I
Yeah,
don't
it's-
know where it is.
You don't know where it is.
I don't know where the mics are.
I am mouse friendly and pad stupid.
I think I know where the mics are, but the mouse I do not know. But I bought one specifically because we didn't have one, and I don't know where it is. And that's all I have to say.
Well, it was thoughtful of you to buy one.
Well, I try.
I know. You take good care. You take care of me.
It's all right.
You know I'm stupid when I'm not using a mouse.
Not. So, I am going to say goodbye unless anybody has any questions, but I feel like they all left. I'm pretty sure they all went to lunch and they said, forget this chick. We're done with her. So, that's it. That's
I
it.
guess.
I'm not being dramatic, but did something happen? Like all of a sudden,
I don't know.
0 comments. And usually when I say I'm
really.
leaving, someone at least says goodbye, have a nice
Is
weekend.
anybody there? Should I
Refresh it and see what happens. I don't know.
be 30,000 comments?
So that must be Shelly. You've got more questions. Well, I don't know why they're not coming up. So hang on. Skip ad. Skip. I don't want to watch the ad anymore.
Give me back my computer.
Okay, hold on. You can have it. We're not frozen, like we're not moving, but for some reason, that's
Oh
so,
yeah, look at all this stuff that came up.
that is so weird.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. This is where we left.
Yeah.
All right. So Barb's gonna read. I don't know what happened. We froze in the comment section.
Yeah.
Which is weird. So we weren't ignoring any of you. I thought you guys were ignoring us. I thought you were all done.
Yeah. Any new cork coming in or back ordered?
Yes, we have cork on order. It's not here yet, but it will be
Bye-bye.
here hopefully soon. So I saw a question for Barb.
Put my squirrel in my gabinet. My favorite.
Barb doesn't have a website.
Barb, what is your website? I don't. I've got a Facebook page. Too.
And an email. Would
got
you
a
prefer
Facebook page.
email for questions about the retreats?
Yes,
You can
yes.
give that to them if you want.
It's a winding thread at gmail.com. I also have one under my name, Barbara Wolf, on Facebook, but I also have a winding thread on Facebook.
Do you care if they message you on Facebook?
No, I don't like it, but I
don't
if
like
that's
it,
the
but
only-
I'll take it.
If that's the only way you can think of, I'll do it. I'll do it. Not a problem.
I feel the same way, but Facebook Messenger is so finicky. And it does not give you up to, it does not, like even the Patreon Messenger part is bad. Like I don't know what, they'll give you notifications about other things, but that they don't. It's very bizarre. So.
Well, I find that I'll get a quick notification and then I go there and
you can't find it.
And
Exactly.
then I'm going crazy and then I've got 2 messenger accounts, one under my name and one under Winding Thread, and it's like, is it there? Is it there? I don't know where
Exactly.
It's crazy.
The pattern is not out. Just so we're clear on that. The tourist tote bag add-on pattern is not out. When it is out, you will be the first to know. I promise. But it is not out right now. Don't go look for it on the website.
Right.
It's not there. So they are all here.
They are here.
Connie said, "Don't leave us." Jennifer said she asked a question, but I don't see it. Is it up? Is it up further? Jennifer, if you're still here, we're trying to find your question, and if we don't find it, there it is.
There it is.
Oh, the question for Barb. Ooh, that's a fun question.
Quilt, but I really want it to be cozy. Anything cozy quilts are flannel.
Flannel.
I think flannel is always cozy.
What about minky on the back? How do you feel
Minky.
about that?
Minky on the back if you want to use regular quilting cotton.
Do you still put batting in that?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
What kind of batting do you think is the coziest?
Wool.
That's what I
Wool
think
batting.
too.
Yeah, and it's not heavy.
It's not, and
Yeah.
it's nice and warm
Unless
and
it's
cozy.
a king size quilt, then trust me, it's
Well,
heavy.
if it's a king size quilt, it's heavy regardless. It doesn't matter what's in it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But yeah, a flannel quilt would be very cozy.
Yeah.
So
Jennifer, make one. Send it to me. I'll quilt it for you.
Oh, there you go. Barb can quilt it up for you.
There you go.
And tell them about your quilting.
What about it?
What do you do? Do you do edge to edge? Do you do computer? Do you
a
do
little
custom?
bit of everything. I do edge to edge. I do custom. I
just have to lead her, and then she'll give you all the answers.
I can do just about. I'm willing to try just about anything. I've done some strange things.
That's. We're not talking about your personal life.
No.
We're talking about quilting. So, but But you know what? It's good that you're flexible. So if
Yeah,
somebody came to you with like a wacky quilting idea, you'd be like, well, I'll give it a try.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens.
I mean, I know people have turned people down because of things that are different.
I don't think that's very nice.
And I'm always, okay, let's try it. You know?
My philosophy has always been, not just with quilting, but with anything, if I'm willing to pay for it, just let me have it.
Yeah.
Like, if I want to eat some weird food combination at a restaurant, and I ask you to like put mayonnaise on something that you think is, just do it. I'll pay for it. Like, it's fine. Someone wants you to quilt something and you're like, that's weird. I'm paying you. Just do it. Like, if you think
And
it's
then
gonna
you like
look
it.
horrible,
Yeah.
that's different. If
Right.
you're like, this
Yeah.
won't hold up, this will look bad.
Right.
Don't put the black thread on the all white quilt. There's certain, like, I understand,
Right,
but
right. Some things, but some people still insist they want
Yeah,
it. So,
but
as
if
long as
you-
they're aware that it's not going to look the greatest, that's
I
fine.
think if you guide them
Yeah.
and give them your honest opinion that, like, personally, I don't think it's gonna look as good as this would look, that's
if you want
different. But saying no and just being like, no, I don't want to do that, that's
I know
kind of
long-armers
mean.
that say no because the piecing isn't perfect. Come on now, really?
I had a friend,
Ugh.
I don't have a friend anymore, just for reference, for many reasons. She long arm quilted and got to the point where she would not quilt anything that wasn't her style of quilt.
Yeah.
Now I understand if it's a comfort thing, like I know
Yeah.
I won't do the best job, but she was like, I don't want to quilt a traditional quilt. I would never use that. And I was like, but it's not for you.
It's not for you, you know?
I don't understand the mentality here. If somebody said, could you do something? And you're like, when I do that technique, it looks terrible.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to charge you for
Right,
something I'm
right.
bad at, but I don't understand that, like, I don't like your quilt, so no.
I don't either, because if you're
That's
doing it as a
weird.
business, you should be open to whatever. Either that or specify, I only do modern quilting,
Exactly.
period. But I mean, I'm
When-
not a huge fan of traditional quilts, but I
Exactly.
love the way they look. I would never make one.
But it's
I'll quilt
fun.
it 'cause
But
I
it's
love the
fun
way
to
they
look at them because
Yeah.
you're like, this is something I would never
Right.
make. It happens to me like when we're at shows, somebody picks up a cork and they're like, what would you put with this? And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
me. And I start to pull and I get the,
Yeah,
I'm like, it's okay if
exactly.
you don't like it. And then they'll pull something and they're like, how about this? And I didn't think about that
Right,
one. Or
right.
I'm like,
Uh-huh.
well, it wouldn't have been a choice that I would have made, but I think that's interesting. And if you like it, do it. Now, I'm going to tell you if I think it's bad. If you're asking my opinion, if you're happy with it, I'm not saying a word. But if you're like, do you think this looks bad? I will tell you, but I'll say it
Hang on,
nicely.
hang on. Let's see. About pattern, red quilt. Okay. It's a winding thread. winding, not wandering.
Winding,
It could be
like we're
wandering, but it's
winding the
winding,
bobbin.
yeah.
Yes. Do you know
Oh,
what your
grandmother's
cover?
best friend is 98. Oh, does the wool batting shrink more than regular after the quilt's washed? No,
I don't
not
think
the wool
so.
Not the wool batting I use. It doesn't. It's all pre-shrunk and everything. It's quilter's dream batting.
I have a quilt with wool batting, and
yeah.
I did not pre-wash because I never do. I didn't pre-wash my cotton, so when it all shrunk together, it's like all crinkly and cozy looking. It did not it's not awkward or anything. It didn't shrink weird. So
Oh, Charlie, I don't know who this someone is, but they won't take a quilt to long arm if there are any flipped seams, and you must put the borders on by measuring the center and cutting to size.
I have never done that.
Me neither. And I hate to say it, and people laugh at me.
Never
and
measured my borders.
These really professional quilters and stuff laugh at me, but I have never measured the quilt to put borders on, and I've never had a problem with my borders being wavy on a quilt.
Not one single time.
Some people that measure the heck out of them,
Don't do them right. It still doesn't
they
come
do
out
some
right.
because they're wavy. So
I am
I
a
guess I feel like you're forcing
slap
it
it
to
on
fit
and
when
trim it when it's
yeah.
done kind of girl, and I've never had a problem. So
Me neither.
this is why teaching quilting classes is hard for me, because and it always was because I don't do things
Me
by the
neither.
book. I don't do things correctly.
I'm the queen of fudging.
Exactly. Because it's the same thing. I do it with bags. When someone's like, does this work? Like, can I do this? And I'm like, sure.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
well,
exactly.
my lining ended up being a little bit bigger than my outside. I'm like, trim it. Like, it's not like you have
Yeah.
to, it's not rocket science. Like, I have never once put a border on correctly.
I guess I never have either.
I know how to do it correctly. I
Yeah.
can tell you how to, but I don't do it that way.
No. Mm-mm. No.
No.
Mm-mm, not at all.
I
And I
also am
understand
I'm a
she's
bad binder.
She's a quilt judge, so that's understandable.
That totally understandable if you're a quilt judge. However, I'm just gonna say this. I won best of show my local fair, and I also went on to the state fair with a quilt that had borders that I slapped on and trimmed off, and they
Good
even
job.
commented on how nice my
good they
borders
were.
were, and I was like, I didn't do it right.
Exactly.
And that show went to the state fair in Syracuse,
There
and
you
I
go.
was in the Altamont Enterprise.
My God, that must have been 100 years ago. You haven't made a quilt
It
in
was
forever.
like 2008. We had just gotten married, and I was interviewed by the Altamont Enterprise. And if you don't
Oh,
know who that
wow.
is, they're not like the New York Times.
No.
They're our local like penny saver kind of paper. They're not fancy, but they called me at work and they were like, "We'd like to interview you." And I was like, "Oh my God, okay." And nobody at work understood why I was really happy. They were like, "Okay,
Really?
that's
Uh-huh.
great." I was like, "Guess what?" And they're like, "Cool." I had to go to lunch. Like, nobody cared. But I got a blue ribbon, and that's all I cared about. And my borders were not put on correctly, so there.
So there. I agree.
I won you at a fair.
What?
You did.
I won you at a fair.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
knocked down all the cans, and I was your
Pumpkin
prize.
town fair. She's my pumpkin.
Go back to cutting cork, you weirdo.
Cork.
I'm glad we don't have mics, so you didn't have to hear all of that.
Oh dear. If you're interested in retreats, Kathleen, message me. Email me.
Email me. Do you want Barb's phone number? No, I'm just kidding.
God, no.
Email is best
Yes.
for both of us. I'm speaking
Which
for
is
both of us.
windingthread@gmail.com.
A winding thread at gmail.com.
And if you're interested in quilting, you can see some quilts I've done.
That is
There
true.
you go.
That is true. And if you do follow her page on Facebook, she posts like almost every day a quilt that she's working
try,
on,
yeah.
which is just interesting to see, like quilting designs and people's
Yeah.
like patterns and like what they do.
All
So
the different quilts I get to see.
so many different techniques that
Oh
you
my
quilt
gosh.
on. It's
Yeah.
yeah. So it's
Everything
go
from
follow her
modern
Facebook
to
page.
applique to embroidery
Children's
to
quilts.
children's to,
Yeah.
yeah. all
You've
kinds of
done a
crazy stuff.
lot of different techniques.
Well,
That's
I did
pretty
how
crazy.
many last year? How many did I do? Like 250 or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
200 and some odd. No, it was more than that because it was like more than one a day. It ended up being.
Oh yeah.
It was like
Yeah,
300 and
crazy.
something.
I don't know. It was crazy.
It was a lot. It was a lot of quilts.
I did I think 6 in the last couple of days.
Beth, don't listen to Eric.
They heard him. Oh dear.
Oh man.
Uh-huh. Fresh husband.
Listen, he looks real cute today.
Oh,
He's got
thanks,
jeans
Connie.
on and he's got his cute little glasses on.
Yeah, he's
so
cute.
it's fine. I'm all right with it.
Oh,
So that's it. I think that's it.
you think so?
No, we're getting comments, so I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna.
I wonder how my doors are coming. Isn't
Barb's
that
getting new
exciting?
doors.
I'm getting new doors.
This is what happens when you're an adult. You're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I got new
Got new
doors.
6-panel doors downstairs.
Well,
Woohoo!
I'll tell you my big find. This is,
Oh my gosh.
oh no.
Oh.
This is the most exciting thing that's ever happened to me.
Uh-huh.
Rewind back to like 2003, 4. eBay was still like a new thing and I'd never used it before, and somebody introduced me to it and I sat for hours on the computer figuring out how
Yeah.
eBay worked. I was like, this is fascinating. This whole bidding thing is the most interesting thing I've ever done in my life. So I've never had that kind of high before because I was like, this is so cool. Well, Facebook Marketplace is kind of like eBay in real life because you get out there and you're like, I want this thing and I'm gonna win it. I have wanted a new couch for a while, and by new I don't mean like brand new. I mean I just want something that's not mine. So I'm totally fine with doing some thrift shopping on Facebook Marketplace. In the meantime, before I found this, I'm shopping on our local furniture store and I find the sectional of my dreams. Brand new, it is $3,600. That seems outrageous to me. I don't want to pay that much for one single piece of furniture. But I was thinking it's new. We haven't got anything brand new in a while. So I went on Facebook Marketplace and I found the exact couch that I have been shopping for. The exact same couch minus one difference, and that is the color, because obviously I didn't get to pick the color, which is fine. It's still neutral. $500. And I was like, I want this, really. I want this. And I'm messaging this man, this nice man named Peter. And I was like, I need this. And I won. I got the eBay high again. I was like, oh, I was like, Eric, we won. We need to go get this couch
bid
right
on
now.
that?
Well, I mean, it's not bidding,
Well,
but it's really just like elbowing people out of
Yeah,
the
it
way
is.
on Black Friday because
Yeah,
I'm like,
no, I
it's
know.
mine.
Yeah.
Because he was like, we have someone interested. And I was like, I'll be there before them. I was like,
Yeah.
I will beat them. And it just got It brought out the competitive side of me that gets ugly, but I was like, I must win. And I was waiting. I keep checking. Did he answer me? Did he answer me? Eric said I'm a little crazy now with the Facebook Marketplace. He shops on it all the time. He knows how to deal with it. I've never done it. It was very exciting. I was like, I got a $500 couch, and it's a great shape.
Yeah.
There's like a couple little tiny stains, but it's a couple that clearly took care of their furniture. But I was like, this is a $3,600 couch that I would have to order and wait for and obsess over all of the colors. What color do I order? And I got it, and I felt like I won. I was like, this is amazing. And I don't typically like dealing with the three-dimensional people off of Facebook. I don't even really like Facebook. It gives me agita. So I was like, I'm like, do I want to get into this? Do I want to join this Facebook Marketplace world where people sell $5 tennis shoes? Like, no. But I did, and I won. It was so great. And I made Eric stop what he was doing and drive me an hour away to go get the couch. I was like, it's happening now. So
I sold all my living room furniture on Facebook Marketplace.
we couldn't give ours away on Facebook Market. It's
Well, it
bad. It's like, it's not even like, it's your first apartment, it's free. They would be like, no, I don't want that. It's filthy from our dogs. It is beat up. It was not good quality to begin with, and sadly we bought it brand new. That's what really hurts my feelings, is that we actually paid decent money for this furniture, and it's just, it like sinks in the middle. It's got stains on it, because Eric's a mechanic, so like he would sit on the couch and get like dirt and grease on it. We had dogs that would rub all over it. The arms have started to rip. I was like, I couldn't give this to someone. I would be ashamed of myself to even ask somebody if they wanted this. I'm like, no, this is gonna go in the garbage. It's terrible. But this couch, there isn't a single rip. There isn't. It just looks like it has a couple of spot stains. And my mother and her little magic cleaner she's all excited she'll clean it for me. And we got a brand new couch. Very excited.
There you go. Perfect.
Donna Lynn, I get you.
Yeah.
Well, I'll leave you with this in closing. My whole family tends to be overly competitive. We also have a lot of cheaters. So
She's not pointing at me.
we're not allowed to play board games as a family because it ends with somebody getting mad, typically my sister. It ends with somebody cheating, typically this one or my mother. And then my stepfather just sits there and looks sad the whole time because he's just left out, because an argument has broken out. Everybody's mad. My sister is just like, my sister's bent because she didn't win, because we are sore losers. We are overly competitive, and like if one of us beats the other one, we won't let it go. It's just, we're not allowed to play games as a family. It never goes well. So yeah, I totally understand being competitive. I got it, honestly.
We played, well, power went out last week with that windstorm.
Oh yes.
We played Uno by candlelight. Shayna and Sean and I, and Shayna is you. Shayna is very competitive.
Listen, it's not a side of me that I'm proud of,
She's
but
not happy when she doesn't win.
when my sister was like 8 or 9, she had gotten a game for Christmas, and we were at my house, and we were all playing, and Dan just walks away because he's just like, I'm done with all of you. My mom and Eric are on a team. My sister and I are on a team, because it's better if we're on the same team.
Yeah.
Then nobody fights with each other. They cheated. My sister got bent. I mean, like, beyond angry. And you know how kids get mad. You know that, like, and there's no rationale. Like, they can't. It's just a joke. No. And then everybody is fighting with each other. It's just bad.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we don't play games. So that's all. That's all I got for you today. And maybe next week I'll have something even better. I don't know. Barb won't be here, so I'll have to entertain you by myself. We'll see how it goes. But as always, if you have questions, or if you have ideas or something you want me to cover, not just for a live, but like also for a video, email me, let me know. Just remember, I can't see these comments for a couple days, and sometimes I forget to go back and look, but let me know if there's something that you need from me. Yes, we have cork on order. It is coming. It has to be made. And other than that, this is what I'm working on, is the pattern update and videos.
Perfect.
And that's it.
Sounds
so
good.
Have a great weekend. I hope it's nice where you are. The weather here is decent.
Today.
Yes. And if you
Supposed to
want
rain
to
all weekend.
join a retreat,
Yep. Let me know.
let Barb know.
We have new dates coming out April 1st for next year.
did get new dates?
I got the dates.
Oh, thank God, because that's an annoying thing.
I also have a bus trip scheduled for September to Lancaster.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Barb's got all sorts of stuff going on.
Yeah. Barb has lost her mind, I think.
When you find yours, let me know. Mine might be with
It's
it.
probably with it.
Exactly.
Probably.
All right.
All right,
Barb's gonna shut us down.
Yep, shut down.
So we'll see you next week, and let us know if you have questions in the meantime.
Bye.